can go, I take your creature, and now the game's just over.
Yeah. Well, there's not many creatures like that. I mean, Dave C is playing the Ojutai control deck.
Yeah, I know, I gave him the deck.
Yeah.
I gave him the D.
I built it.
Nice.
Because I have all the cards except for my remands, which are in Dave's deck. Glenn's. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
We have.
Yeah, we got a thumbs up, so we are absolutely live.
Hello and welcome to Modern Wednesdays in Gamersworld in Dublin, Ireland. Host today are myself, Eamon Jones, and
Sander Bars.
So if you're tuning in for the first time, every week we have a tournament. It's for Star City Games.
The Star City Games game night.
Game night, exactly. And we chose to have Modern. So, so tonight the guys are going to be playing for our league for the Invitational, which is an end-of-year tournament that we have in the shop. Mm-hmm. They're also going to be playing for some lovely tokens, kitten tokens.
Aw, meow.
Which are fantastic. So, this time we're going to be starting off with Dave Glennon and David Phelan. Now, Glennon's been playing this Grixis deck for a while now. It's this... He calls it Grixis Double Dragon. I don't approve because in the main it's only got one dragon, which is Ugin, the Spirit Dragon.
It's not really a dragon even.
Yeah. No, I'll let it count. I'll let it pass. But we also have David Phelan here playing Abzan Whip. And now he's doing the craziest thing in the world, which is 4 Whip of Erebos. I actually point out to him, that card's a legendary card. That card has legendary written on it, and he's playing 4 because he doesn't care. I have to go down through this list, it's crazy. 2 Corsair Crew Fix, 2 Farika's Mender. I don't know what that card is.
Farika's Mender. It's an uncommon from Pharos.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. What does it do?
It gets you back a creature.
That sounds terrible. Okay.
Oh, it's actually a really fair card. It's like when it enters the battlefield, gets you back a creature card from your graveyard.
I don't want to be playing fair cards in Modern. I want to be playing broken things that try and beat Twin. So then we have 3 Fleece Main Line, 4 Siege Rhino, 3 Satyr Wayfinder, 1 Sidisi Undead Vizier. Okay, so far this is a standard deck.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this seems mostly a standard deck.
Then we have 3 Explorers, 2 Maelstrom Pulses, 4 Commune with the Gods, 2 Down and Dirty, 2 Thoughtseize, 4 Whip Verbos, 2 Bow of Nylea, 2 Heroes Downfall, and then a bunch of lands. We're going to have to find out what Down Dirty is. But, so, yeah.
So, yeah, we see David playing a Forest, winning the role. Glennon fetching a tapped Watery Grave with his Bloodstained Mire.
Mm-hmm. So we have Dave Glennon on our left and Dave Phelan on our right here.
So drawing a Colligan's Command there. Yep, it's Colligan's Command. Playing a Sunken Ruins. Dave has been playing around with the mana base for this deck a lot, and last week he told me I'm gonna play Sunken Ruins because it's better. This is Explore. So
this is actually a card that Dave Glennon himself loves. He loves Explore.
Yeah,
thinks it's fantastic.
Forest Gates Close and get to play an extra land. I'll play a Nykthos. Okay.
This has Nykthos.
It does have Nykthos.
That seems ambitious. Is Farika's Mender a green card?
It's green black.
Okay.
Green black, 3 colorless.
It's a 5 cost?
Yeah.
It's that card?
Yes.
That card that was okay in limited? Actually, it was pretty good in limited. If
yes.
you were in red, green, black, like I wouldn't even splash for it. What is this deck?
Not sure, but this Fleece Main Line is definitely getting remanded, as you do not want to start dealing with Fleece Main Lines. Yeah. Dave drew a Terminate off that.
No, it's a Bidimus Blast.
A Bidimus Blast. Well,
actually, is it? Sorry, because they're both full art. Is it? Does it have?
Yeah, he plays full art versions of both the cards, so it could be both.
And they're both very similar. One of them has a big angel being blasted with bile, and the other one has. I don't even know what the art for Terminate is.
Something that dies.
Is it a? I think it's just lightning. No, I'm thinking of Blightning was the
no, it's definitely not a Blightning. Blightning has a black-red art on it, so
they all have black-red art.
They all have black-red art. It's just it's different. That's so like that.
Yeah, we're seeing here as well. Dave really like.
I think there isn't even a Bid Blast in the main deck for Glenn. So
you're right. I'm shocked. Anyway,
it's Terminate. Yes. Definitely Terminate.
So Dave Phelan, he's playing another Fleece Main Line here, but
I'm going to pay life for this because there's only white swords as a gift of Koilos.
I need to know what Down and Dirty does. I really do. Because right now, just Dave Phelan is just feeling like he's playing a standard deck against a modern deck. I mean, it's just...
That is pretty much a standard deck with some modern legal cards. So yeah, that's... I guess in standard it works. I wouldn't try this for modern, apart from playing Siege Rhino. I mean, Fleece Main Line is a fair card, but it dies to Lightning Bolt.
No, but that's the problem. It's a fair card. Once again, these
do not play fair cards in modern.
Do not play fair cards in modern.
Yeah, I mean, you could be playing Voice of Resurgence, which at least gives you some value.
Yes.
Or Gasali Pride Mage, which effectively also is a cat and swings for 3 with his Exalted.
Yeah, I think that someone needs to explain to him that whipping back Voice of Resurgence, that sounds good.
Yeah. So down in... no, that's just down.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes in those ones to find those split cards. This is one of the ones from Ravnica. I'm sure I've seen it in passing in my trawls through the commons and uncommons box, but not one I'm familiar with.
So down in Dirty is target player discards 2 cards and return target card from your graveyard to your hand. And he's casting down in Dirty now. Casting Dirty to get Fleece Main Line back. Casting Thoughtseize.
This just feels like he's really far behind. I mean, he spent an entire turn doing this. And
what he sees is some lands with Colligan's Command and the Wormcoil Engine.
So that Wormcoil Engine. The correct choice
is getting that Wormcoil Engine out of there.
But it's not a big thing because Colligan's Command right now just gets it back. Like, if you're Glennon, you just get it back to send a message. Just deal 2 damage to him, get back. And now next turn you just get untap, cast Wormcoil Engine, and then David's completely out of this game. Unless he draws a Maelstrom Pulse or has one in his hand, in which case...
Oh, but it's better to see if he actually has removal for the Wormcoil Engine and then is able to Maelstrom Pulse the Worm token.
Sure. Dave just drew a Snapcaster Mage, and that's a huge draw for his next turn. He gets to do a lot of stuff with this, especially with Colligan's Command. You get to start doing stuff like looping your Snapcaster Mages and things like that.
Yeah, and then having to cast both Nylea going into turn 7.
And there's a Lightning Bolt. This is a hose.
Unfortunately, the standard deck will not be very good. Standard deck with modern cards.
Besides, like, hold on, how much of the... It's got 1 Treetop Village. Like, we can count the modern cards. It's got 1 Treetop Village.
2 Maelstrom Pulse.
2 Maelstrom Pulse. And 3 Explorers. Is that it? Oh, and I guess the 2 down and dirty.
There's an Overgrown Tomb and the Godless Shrines as well.
You're right. There sure is.
Still, it's not going to measure up to anything that Dave is doing here.
No, Dave is going to be bringing the beats there with the Wormcoil Engine, and he's just going to be like, yeah, Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster, Lightning Bolt, game. No, don't shake hands. It's only round 1. Or it's only game 1. So we're going to see...
He shakes hands after every game.
That's... Yeah, we get it. I know, Dave. You're very impressive. I'm sure you're the first person who's thought of that. He's our little innovator right here at the shop. So... We're going to see what Dave Phelan can be bringing in here. He's got 1 Phyrexian Revoker, 2 Torment's Crypt, 1 Silence, 1 Savage Summoning, 2 Vampire Nighthawk, 1 Murderous Cut, 2 Glare of Heresy, 2 Duress, 1 Maelstrom Pulse, 2 Pride Mage, Casually Pride Mage.
I don't think there's anything there that...
No, literally none of this is any...
That would do anything for you there.
Nope. Nope. Whereas Dave Glennon has... 2 Bidimus Blasts. They seem fine.
Yeah.
They actually don't stack up well against Dave Phelan's Rhino. By the way, who got 2 Daves on screen first? Who are we firing? Alex? We can't fire Alex. Can't fire you. Can't fire me. I can be fired. It's fine. I'll fire myself.
I think that's it. I think that's what we have to do.
This is terrible. Why do we have 2 Daves? It makes everything difficult.
I know. Anyway. We can call Glennon Derek. Because that's his name.
That's terrible. That's not true.
Ooh.
So Glennon has 1 Engineered Explosive, or 3 Engineered Explosive, 3 Torpor Orb, 2 Shadow of Doubt, 3 Rakdos Charm, 2 Bidimus Blasts, 1 Dragonord Caligan, 1 Ugin. Now I know.
Do you just not like bring in some Torpor Orbs to stop?
No, I think he brings in because he doesn't know what the deck is. He just saw some lions, a Thoughtseize, and a whip and a bow of Nylia. He has no clue what the film.
So yeah, he thinks he's playing with creatures. I just bring in Dragon Lord Colligan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, just bring that in, because, you know, you're going to kill a creature, and then he can't.
Maybe a second Ugin to draw an Ugin and kill things.
I don't think it's needed. You kind of want that for the slower matchups when you can try and find your... But yeah, this is... this isn't really a fair matchup. But we're going to see what's going to happen going into game 2.
Your galaxy doesn't have access to them.
So yeah, we're gonna. Oh, okay. He's bringing. Right. He's bringing in some. Taking out the Damnations, the Ugin, and the. What's it? The Pearl Lake Ancient, and he's bringing in 2 Rakdos Charms. Yeah, so he's taking the consideration of, okay, I think Fleece Main Line is an indicator of the speed of this deck, that this guy wants to go a bit aggressive. I can't have my higher cost guys. So he's bringing in his 2 Rakdos Charms, his Dragon Lord, like we saw, but that's still... What's his 4th card?
Well, sure. Playing Rakdos Charm makes sense because it destroys target artifact, so you get to destroy the bow and the whip.
That's loose. That's super loose. By the way,
It exiles someone's graveyard as well.
I'd like to point out Derek right here. He is playing... he's playing Junk, and he's not playing Lingering Souls. I don't understand.
Playing Junk and not playing Lingering Souls. Yeah, that's a fair point. It's probably one of the best cards in Modern.
I stick by, I think it's the best single card in Modern. I could be wrong. But I've made these kind of generalized statements before, but that's one of those ones where people go, yeah, actually. Call Glennon Pringles. No, how about that?
You just did.
Jazzy?
No.
Stop it.
You're so nice, Eamon. So thoughtful. Every time.
Only to Jazzy. Love you, babe. Anyway, so look, Glenn's been looking at a series of lands. It looks like he's got a Terminate. Is that in hand?
There's definitely removal spells in his hand because the deck is full of them.
Yeah, I actually really like this kind of deck. He's been doing okay with it. He's got 1 Pearl Lake Ancient, 4 Snapcaster Mage, 2 Wormcoil Engine, 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Remand, 3 Terminate, 4 Electrolyze, 3 Cryptic Command, 3 Colligan's Command, 1 Ugin, 1 Tameo, 2 Cruel Ultimatum, 3 Damnation. So I feel like he's just like, I don't want to lose to Twin ever, and that's not going to happen. No. Something I've noticed he's got trouble against is Scapeshift, but people aren't really playing that as much because people are kind of like, why would I play Scapeshift when Twin is just a better combo deck?
That's fair, yeah. I mean, yeah, he can't really win against Scapeshift.
And
Scapeshift is just...
Yeah. We have the patented 1 second flash of a hand that doesn't tell us anything. Excellent. So it looks like he's got a Cryptic Command. That's one of the problems with this deck is the mana is tough. But if I remember correctly, very few of his lands don't produce blue. Yeah, like a lot of them.
That's why the Sunken Runes come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Sunken Runes for a black can make you a double blue, and you have...
This is so loose. Look, the Kozilai Pride Mage just to beat Wormcoil Engine. Like, that's not great. Like, it's a 3-3 beater. That's fair. It is. I think I'd be more online with this deck if Dave Phelan called it Cats.
Meow.
Meow. You're playing for kittens tonight. But I don't know. Once again,
Cats and rhinos.
Cats and rhinos. It's kind of a zoo, really. Not quite there. That card to the front is so foil it looks like an Ascendancy card or Ascension card.
Yeah.
From the new foil
Almost.
sets. I'm gonna assume though it's either Venomous Blaster or Terminate. It's kind of hard to tell.
Or Damnation. Duress. Duress.
Oh
is a fine
yeah,
card.
it could be. No, because none of those full art cards were foil, were they? He's remanding the Duress, drawing his extra card.
It's a lightning bolt.
Take for 3. Glenn's like, yeah, I'm under no pressure here at all.
Yeah. It's funny in chat they say the whip would beat burn. I was playtesting with burn earlier against Dave.
I don't think it would.
No, it was pretty much every turn one was Monastery Swift Spear into a Tarkus command or any burn spell, and just straight up the
Game's
game.
over, yeah.
Oh, that surprise when you go turn 3 become immense, and they are like, what?
That's loose. But yeah, so Glenn's just like, I have a lightning bolt, but do I need to do this? I don't think Rakdos Charm was the correct choice coming in.
No. I mean, you don't care all that much about the Kasai Pride Mage, but at some point you're gonna try and remove it.
Yeah. Oh, great. So with the exploit trigger on, or with the
Exalted trigger
trigger on the stack, yeah, he deals 2 damage to it. Did he get any value with it?
No, you can't get any creature card back. You can't destroy an artifact.
Okay. So he's got nothing. So that was a 3-mana shock we saw there from Glennon.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And we see here as well, like, he has to fetch specifically to find blue sources for that cryptic command. And really, cryptic command in this deck, in fairness to David, isn't going to be as big a blowout as it could be. But I mean,
not like in Scapeshift decks, but still, it's a card that you need to run. If you run blue and you're a control deck, you're gonna run Cryptic Command.
Like, I feel like if he doesn't play, like, Commune with the Gods isn't a great turn 2 play anyway. And I mean, like, without that, he has no way of fueling his graveyard, which is a big problem. Oh wait, he's got the 3 Satyr Wayfinders.
Yeah, you have Satyr Wayfinders and Commune with the Gods. Duress resolving this time. So we see
Damnation, Lightning Bolt, Rakdos Charm, Cryptic Command,
and Tamiyo.
And a Tamiyo. Excellent.
Is
he getting rid of the Cryptic? Sure. Dave's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can commune. You're not advancing your board in any way, shape, or form. In fact, the funny thing about this is, it is just going to show Glennon a bunch of cards he doesn't care about.
Not really. Like, and now getting a fetch land means that he can get his 3rd island next turn, or this turn.
No, he needs his extra black source for Damnation.
He has to. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, but he has a black source and he has a swamp. So
that's true. That's very true.
But like, I don't think you care about the Satyr Wayfinder in this position. Like, yeah, okay, you have some discard spells, but
Glenn just like, what? Like, in fairness to Glenn does appreciate a brew. He's a brewer at heart, but I don't think this is how you want to be attacking this format. This Rakdos Charm, can Rakdos Charm?
It doesn't target creatures. It makes each creature deal 1 damage to its controller,
or destroy target artifact, or what? What's the other ability?
Exile target graveyard or destroy target artifacts.
Okay, so exile the graveyard.
Yeah. Against the whip deck, it's not bad.
This is hilarious. With the Soul Read, what we thought was a terrible bring-in.
No, I didn't say that.
I thought it was a terrible bring-in.
You don't listen to me.
It's true, but then I asked specifically.
I did mention this, that it exiles graveyard.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen a Lightning Bolt kill a Satyr Wayfinder, and I hope that it's the last time. So we have a Tamiyo. He's going to tap down. Yeah, Godless Shrine. That's going to maybe stop a Rhino coming out next turn.
Well, he's.
Although Glennon doesn't care about a Rhino coming out.
No,
he just doesn't care.
No, but I think David has a Courser in his hand, so it's probably going to be a Courser.
Yeah, what a.
Yeah, we see Overgrown Tomb come in.
Yeah, Glenn has his Terminate in hand.
Yeah, Courser not long for this world.
No, absolutely not.
He also has a Whip and Down and Dirty.
Yeah.
There you go, Courser of Crufix. Is that drawing extra cards?
And there's the Whip. Now he knows. Yeah, and we see David as well stuck on 4 land. This is definitely one of those decks where you really want to just be playing quite a few land. Actually, he has a land in hand. He just didn't play one.
No, I think he just
He
accidentally drew an extra card in his turn.
What do you mean? Are you sure?
Oh yeah. Absolutely positive. Or he's not revealing the card.
He didn't draw extra cards. He didn't draw for his turn.
He didn't draw for his turn.
Yes,
That's very
because
clever.
he
He's
fetched
also
out the
not
answer.
revealing.
Well, Courser's gone.
Oh yeah, Cursor is already dead. God damn it! Oh,
See, I'm thinking. I don't think he's.
That's 3 in like 2 minutes. Good job, Joe.
Do you know what's hilarious about this? Tamio gets to tap down that whip.
I know. It's gonna be really bad. What's he doing? He's casting.
Oh, he couldn't cast whip because his Godless Shrine is tapped down.
Yes.
Excellent.
And he just cast it down there for try to get a Siege Rhino back, but
but gets his graveyard exiled by that very relevant mode in Reckless Charm.
Yeah, this is So, now, do people want to know what Tamio's ultimate is? I'm gonna tell you. You get an emblem with whenever a card would go into your graveyard, goes back to your hand. That's a good effect.
Keep cycling those cruel ultimatums.
Yeah, he's like, if I'm Glennon, I never want to. He's cast a Terminate. I just want to find some Terminates and just never cast them. Does he have Cruel Ultimatums in his board? Because I've been one
No,
of those.
he has them in the main. He has 2 in the main, but he might have sided them out because they're slow.
He
Don't know
didn't
what
actually.
No? I know, he just brought in some things.
There's been people who are playing around with Grixis control and some kind of.
Siege Rhino. Oh no.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Who've been playing around with this Grixis deck and been playing Cruel Ultimatum. I frankly think that right now it's a terrible finisher.
Cruel Ultimatum.
Yes.
Well, yes, it does nothing to really impact the game unless you're already ahead. And we see a Tamio emblem here. But Tamio comes back to your hand. No?
No, it doesn't.
Of course not.
I was like, what? What?
You know, you could have fallen for this.
Oh man, if that's how that worked, and he's like, yeah, I get to keep my damnation. I'm just gonna board wipe you every turn if needs be. Sorry, if that's how Tamio worked, holy god. That would be awesome. That'd be like, I already love Tamio. Like, I really want her to get printed again as a primary black planeswalker, but or blue planeswalker, sorry. And yeah, he's just gonna blow that up. And he's like, and just keep it in hand. I'm like, and that's a Snapcaster. Oh, now this, wait, no, it doesn't work that way. If he Snapcasters a thing from his graveyard, it does exile.
Well, yeah, because you're flashbacking it.
Yeah.
You exile it as part of
It doesn't go to the
flashback.
graveyard. Yeah. It's a replacement effect, so it won't, Tamio's effect on the emblem won't trigger. Wow, and Electrolyze means he's just gonna, he can throw like 2 of those a turn, deal 4 damage and draw 2 cards for 6 mana. That's a fine deal.
Reckless Charm, another Whip of Arrows, Electrolyze.
Electrolyze you, draw a card. With Tamio's emblem as well, you have no hand limit, don't you know?
No, you do have a hand limit.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. Keep your 7 best spells over and over. And he's like, yeah, I'm blowing up the board. He just taps the mana, doesn't even show the card. He's just like, I have it. It's fine.
I have all these cards in my hand and I will never get rid of them.
I like how redundant. Like, if he, I have to reread Tamio and how it works because if he uses this fetch land, does the fetch land go back to his hand?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think so.
I think it's just spells.
Yeah.
No, because it couldn't just be spells because I think it's just whenever a card enters your graveyard, it goes back to your hand. And he's gonna try and monsters this Fleece main line.
Oh no, you do have no maximum hand size, and whenever a card, yes, you get fetch lands back as well.
Yeah, and he's just like back to your hand. This Fleece main line, normal, like in standard, a monstrous Fleece main line is a problem. In modern, he's just like, I have a Wormcoil engine, let's race.
Well, you can block a few turns, gain some extra life.
No, you don't. You just race.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, like even if he's just like, oh, I block my Fleece main line, you're like, fine, I gain 6, you take 4 from me. I'm 2 up. This is fine.
Yeah, it's all waiting until he gets that Pearl Egg Ancient. Again, if the Fleece main line is the only
And there's a remand.
is the only creature, then of course the inevitable Cruel Ultimatum will get you there. Sack a creature, discard
Like-
3 cards.
Like, I understand it doesn't want to quit, but this game's over. Like, yeah, he's just like, look, I have all of these. I can't lose. I don't know why Glennon isn't attacking. Maybe there's no reason. And he's just like, no, he's just like, no, I've got Rakdos Charm. It's gone.
You know what? You can even start using Rakdos Charm as a really terrible shock effect. As in, that he deals one.
Yeah,
please line deals one.
I think that's
damage.
just what he did. Oh no, sorry.
No, you destroyed the Whip of Airballs.
Yeah. No, because he'll just electrolyze. He'll pay the 1 extra mana to draw a card and electrolyze. This game's over. It's so over. It's so gone. What can he do? Like, does he have any?
Yeah, the Bloodstained Mire also goes back to hand. So whenever a card goes to the graveyard.
Yeah. Dirty does nothing. You're like, discard 2 cards. Okay. They come back to my hand.
Yes.
This is hilarious. Thoughtseize does 0.
I just threw the lightning bolt, so
excellent. Thoughtseize does nothing. Thoughtseize is 2 damage to me. I get to look at your hand.
He can cast 3 lightning bolts this turn. So if he's on 9, he should just cast 3 lightning bolts.
No, he can cast. Oh, yeah, 3. You're right. Sorry, I thought I could cast 4. I'd actually cast 2 and the electrolyze.
Just for value.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, look, I'm going to swing in for 6.
This is my
9
lightning
you.
bolt.
9 you. Yeah, no, you're right. You should forget the electrolyze. It's just like, look, I'm going to 9 you. It's like,
Remand. Draw a card.
why am I even tapping mana?
Goes back to my hand.
He's
Play
recasting it.
again.
He's like, remand. This is Glennon's favourite type of magic, where he's just like,
Lightning bolt you, lightning bolt you, lightning bolt you.
yeah, 9 you.
Yeah,
There
that's,
we go. Okay. We got to see an ultimate Tamio. That's delightful.
Not seen that in Modern before.
No, I usually see it in Cube, where that's usually game. That was his hand. That looks like.
That's 2 Snapcash, 2 Electrolyze, a Damnation, 2 Rakdos Charm, 3 Remands, and a Lightning Bolt. And the Wormcoil Engine on the battlefield.
Is the Tamio effect a May effect? Because I would just let the Remands and the Rakdos. I'd let the doubles go into the graveyard and stay there. Actually, I'd let them go there for Snapcaster Mage. I guess. No, that doesn't make a difference because you have all the cards in your hand anyway. It doesn't matter.
But it is a May effect. You may return to your hand.
Okay, that's good because I take out the doubles because I'm just like, I don't need these doubles. They're just I just have to.
Even if you would
We're
lose
gonna
them.
get Dan Gilligan and Mark Higgett. They're just going into game 2.
Okay.
I don't know who's winning it, but I'll find out.
Sure. So we're gonna have Dan Gilligan and Mark Piggott, Wiggles, as we affectionately call him. We're going to try and find their.
So that's Esper control against Grixis Delver. That's what we're looking at there.
Well, it's really Esper Gifts, isn't it?
Esper Gifts, yeah, it's control deck.
Sure, but we really want to call it Gifts because this is
It's a gifts deck.
anyone who's been going in for the last few.
Or like Dan wants us to call it the gifts that keeps ungiven.
The gifts that ungiven. Amazing. See, that's what we want. We want fun names here. So yeah, we have Mark's list here from last week, and I'm assuming he hasn't changed it much.
No, there might be some small changes, but it's pretty much it's a red blue Delver list that adds Tasigur. I'm not sure if he's gone on the Gurmag Angler plan, but that could be an option. And then it's just, Serum Visions, Thought Scours, Remands, Deprives, Lightning Bolts, all those good cards.
Absolutely.
That we know from Delver decks.
Yeah, it's just I've noticed as well these decks they've just been kind of taken back just for better removal. They found
not just better removal, they add 2 creatures that are pretty much 1 mana but huge.
Yeah, the Tassigur's insane.
Hey, and Gurmag Angler. Don't dismiss the zombie fish.
I'm not sure how I feel about the zombie fish. I just like to play
zombie fish is not in this list, but he might be.
No, I don't think you need to because you just play Tassigurs. Like, why would you, why would you ever play those when you could just play Tassigurs?
Right. They're straight into a game and we see Scalding Turn Fetch for a land, an untapped Steam Vent. So this could mean Delver.
Serum Visions.
Yeah, so we have 3 lands, Path to Exile, Think Twice for Dan here.
And 2 gifts. That's a ropey keep.
It's not really, though.
It's a little bit ropey.
No, not really.
I mean, he's got a turn 1 Delver.
Nope. I draw a Sphinx Revelation. It's all good. If you have a Sphinx Revelation, you can't lose, right?
Yeah,
So
I think
this
that's
works.
how it works, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I can't seem to find Dan's list, but he's been theory crafting this while. I remember for the few weeks that I was doing commentary with him, he was looking at these blue-white Tron lists, and he was just like, why aren't they playing a Gifts Ungiven package? Or no, they were playing Gifts Ungiven, but they were just playing Elish Noir and Unburial Rites.
Yeah.
And he was like, why don't they have Supreme Verdict and Snapcaster Mage? Those seem really good right now. Why aren't they playing that? And
Well, I think he was just devastated that what you call it, Sphinx Revelation went out of standard, and that it took him so long to get over this loss
yeah, that's
that
probably
he just needed to find that one deck in Modern that plays it. Yeah, so we see Path to Exile taking care of a flip Delver of Secrets. Turn 2, 3/2. That with flying seems fair at any given point in the game.
It's a great card. I was actually watching a feature on it where people were talking about it's like one of the most affecting cards in Standard. Like it just hit.
Yeah, in Modern. Oh, well, it was defining in every format that it came into.
Yeah, immediately. Like the fact that there are decks that are called Delver decks. You know, I mean that's a huge thing. I don't think has there ever been a creature that's done that. That's just named entire decks archetypes after it. I don't think there has. Like the closest is Callblade, and that's
Callblade. No, that's because it played Squadron Hawks and Hawks. So yeah, Callblade because of the birds that you played.
Yeah, I don't even think that counts. I'm gonna go Delver is one of the most impactful creatures ever made.
No, it's the most impactful creature ever made.
That's probably not true.
What? Tarmogoyf?
No, because that wasn't. Anyway, look, that's a discussion.
It's a whole
for another
different
time.
discussion, of course.
Yeah. So
yeah.
as we saw, the Path to Exile just putting Wiggles ahead on the mana game, which is a big deal. It certainly is, but Dan just felt, I can't be taking 3 off of this. I'm not the aggressor. Wiggles from game 1 will know that Dan is not playing red, so he can just be like, yeah, I'll take 4 to try and or I'll take 3 just to get this Delver out in the field. I'll lightning bolt myself, because against Dan, life really isn't a commodity. It will only factor in later on in the game when Dan drops something huge, but when he's dropping something huge and Wiggles doesn't have an answer to it, the game's usually over anyway. Yeah. So so we're going to see a Think Twice in response to the Young Pyromancer. Now, it's good practice, but I don't...
there's a Supreme Verdict, so he just needs 2 more lands and
which
off
he
you go.
has in his hand, so he's gonna...
There's a Creeping Tar Pit, so it's not ideal. If he had another land in hand, great, but he needs a white source.
I thought he had 4 lands. No, okay. So yeah, he's got Cataxian Probe, and he's just pushing that Sphinx's Rev. His favourite card? His favourite card of all time. He's just pushing that to the front to just show, look, I have Sphinx's Rev. He's playing Lingering Souls as well. I think that's excellent. Unfortunately, he needs... Okay.
There's the plane, so...
Yeah, you're in this awkward situation. I think he
you play the Creeping Tar Pit tapped. Because the problem is, if you play the planes, you can flashback Think Twice for 3 mana. It's great, it draws you an extra card at the end of the turn, but then you don't have the option of casting Supreme Verdict if there isn't another untapped source.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not the Think Twice you'd be looking at. It would be the Lingering Souls as a type of blocker, but you're immediately going to lose value off of them because Young Pyromancer is just more efficient at making tokens in this type of deck. Yeah. So he's making the correct choice. Going to set up for the Supreme Verdict next turn, because the funny thing though is with this Young Pyromancer, it's still a 1-for-1. Like, he's not getting any card advantage from killing this Young Pyromancer and a bunch of tokens. But if Wiggles can try and be tricksy and do something like Snapcaster Serum Visions, or else cast another Young Pyromancer, say go. But yeah, he has a Snapcaster and Mage in hand. I can see this beat. Yeah. Okay, Wiggles is
He also has another Delver.
He does. Will's been very cautious there, playing well. Yeah. Here's another young Pyromancer.
Okay,
Wheels
draws another Sphinx Revelation, I think.
Yeah, Wheels with a grip.
Yeah.
Full. I think you just.
You just go Souls, flashback Souls, right?
Yeah. No, he drew a land. He just has that one Sphinx's Rev. He just always has it to the front because he loves that card. But yeah, I think it's Souls, flashback Souls. Wow, he's just is he passing turn? He wants to gift Ungiven this